Battlefield 2. Finally, my favorite part of this whole series, the one I've been looking forward to doing. Battlefield 2, here we are. As we've mentioned before, when Desert Combat came out, it it impressed DICE and it gave him an idea for a future Battlefield. So then DICE goes on to acquire Trauma Studios, the people behind Desert Combat mod for 1942. And obviously, after finishing Battlefield Vietnam, they started working on Battlefield 2 right away. Such an amazing game. And it's pretty normal. Like, we started out World War II, then went on to Vietnam, then now we have the modern era. Battlefield 2 is one of the greatest titles in the series. Not due to nostalgia, it's just good. It's as good as Bad Company 2, as good as Battlefield 4. It has this good factor to it. Now the thing is, just like every new title, it takes on the Refractor engine so far and improves on it. We've seen a lot of new features in the game. We've seen a lot of improvements. But that's when Battlefield lacked a little bit, to be honest. Like, yes, we had a new game. It was amazing. I say one of my favorite games of all time. But in 1942, we had battleships and submarines and mobile artillery. In Battlefield 2, we have tanks, LAVs, fighter jets, and helicopters. Like, we went from this format, the 1942's extensive vehicle thing, extensive vehicle variety, to the saturated, concentrated formula, which is LAV, battle tank, transport cars, helicopters, and fighter jets. Now, it introduced a lot of good features, like Commander. I think it was the no. I think it was the first time we had Commander in the game, and it was really good. Moving on to the features of Battlefield 2, we had a lot of innovative things in Battlefield 2, especially with the expansions. They added a shit ton of vehicles, weapons, and especially the Special Forces DLC. Now, we're gonna take a look at that in the second episode, a full review of this expansion. But it was awesome. Like, now we were begging earlier in the cycle for Battlefield 4 to get night maps where to use flashlights and shit. We had that in Battlefield 2. We had night operations in Battlefield 2. We had Spetsnaz. We had U.S. Navy SEALs. We had night maps, the use of night vision, a lot of interesting weapons, and a lot of interesting maps. It's just amazing. It's amazing how Battlefield went from the greatest in 1942 and just took off. The series took off. It's not like it had a bad point and a good point so far. It's just kept going up. I can't say I'm back to Battlefield 2 because I never left it. You can't go back to where you never left. I still play the game. Maybe I stopped for a month only, but I play the game on a regular basis. And especially when I heard about the revival project by the modding community, which brought back the online servers, and it's just amazing. I play it more than ever now. And I just love the game. My go-to weapon is the G3 or the AK-101. Now, the M16 is pretty good, but it's just, I don't know. I like the M16 as well. But for my favorite weapons, I'd go for the G3 and the AK-101. Those are just amazing. And the maps were pretty amazing. Like, we see a lot of maps being remade now to the new gen because they were amazing back then. We've seen Strike at Karkand, one of my favorite maps. We've seen Gulf of Oman, remade twice. We've seen Dragon Valley. We've seen a lot of things. Even Fushi Pass. That map looks a lot similar to Dragon Pass, to be honest. I'm gonna make a comparison soon about those in a separate episode, because I think they do. I played both maps and they played the same and they looked the same, to be honest. Although they said they took from Dragon Valley and made this map, I'm still sure they used this other map I mentioned from Battlefield 2. Now, that is it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay in the background. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm Eagle. I'm signing out.